So here we are, AP TPO Conclave 2024. Now, first thing, I'm really glad Mr. Surendra Babu got in touch. We got in touch with him, and we have been able to plan this up. So I will ask Mr. Surendra Babu, who is Director of Placement at NRI, Secretary of APTPO Consortium with 15 plus years of experience, and who have organized 1,000 plus recruitment drives, had helping 5,000 plus students. There are multiple awards. I wanted to put all the awards, but I felt the space is less. He had been that active in this space. Amazing. He's has been previously HOD of biotechnology, published author in biochemistry. So, Surendra Babu sir, I will ask you to please take it up, share things, and then I will discuss about the what do you say speakers after once you have covered things from your side.
Thank you, Umang. It's a great pleasure to be a part of Capabl and APTPA Consortium organizing this one-day workshop. Initially, it was planned to have an offline mode, but because of too many admission activities and busy activities of the placements, let us give a trial on the online and then we will take it to the offline. And especially 2024 placements, the current scenario is not that great when compared to the 2022 scenario where the flood of placements and opportunities are on the way to the placement officer. Now the placement officer should play a critical role and a strategic role with a skill set to be trained on a particular skill set and train the students where they become more employable and then targeting to the companies, and we'll get maximum number of placements from the month of December. That's what the industry is telling. But end of the day, there should be a strategy, and that strategy from the corporate like Amazon and Microsoft, Tech Mahindra, and Keka HR. If we can listen to those expert talks and then plan our things in such a way that we can prepare a roadmap for 2024 placements for the successful this thing. And on behalf of APTP Consortium, I thank all the organizers and the resource persons of today for this wonderful session. We will take all your insights, things, and implement this in real time in our college, and definitely make sure that all the students of Andhra Pradesh will get a good opportunities, good jobs in the 2024 batch. That's all from here. Over to you, Oman.
Sure, sir. I would also like to invite Veerbhadra, sir. I'm sharing screen. My 1 second. Okay. I hope everyone can see my screen.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Glad to have you, sir. Dr. Veerbhadra, I'm sure everyone knows here. He is the president of APTPO Consortium, professor of mechanical engineer at G. Puller Reddy Engineering College, with 23 plus years of experience, being in industry, being active in research papers with patents. That is an incredible academic record to cite. Of course, being in training and placements in 2007, which is now 15 years plus, is amazing. And he is member of Indian Society for Technical Education, Combustion Institute as well. So, sir, a few words from your side to get things started, and then we'll move on to the speakers who are here. Thankfully, have joined. We would be talking with them as well. So, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Umang. On behalf of our consortium, I extend a hearty welcome to all the guest speakers. I understand some of them are yet to join, but in their absentia, we must extend our hearty welcome to them all. And my dear learned fellow placement officers and other faculty members who are on the call, very good afternoon to all of you. I, on the outset, appreciate the efforts put in by the secretary of our consortium, Dr. Surendra Babu, and also other committee members, core committee members of APTPO consortium, and also the members of Capabl, Mr. Mayank Arora and Mr. Umang. Mr. Umang, in fact, we were discussing, how to start, this academic year. What initiative shall we take on behalf of the TPO consortium in order to help the community as a whole? At the beginning of this season, as we understood, the industry is not very, what you say, um, the things are not very easy, either for the recruiters or for the employment seekers, particularly after seeing the last 4 or 5 years, the kind of demand, that was created in the market for the budding engineers. And of course, corrections have to happen, once in a while, market corrections will happen. And how to take this challenge up, and how we should prepare ourselves in order to face this challenge. This was what we were discussing. And then a suggestion came from some of the members of the core committee, that needless to say much of these things to the senior placement officers, who are as much experienced as we are speaking here. And the need may arise for those who are relatively new to this field. So we thought of conducting a short workshop, offline mode, wherein some inputs can be given to those young placement officers, so that they can understand this industry better, and then take corrective steps in difficult times. And while we are planning this, we got this proposal from the Capabl, and we are happy that we could utilize this opportunity. And I wish every member who are on the call will make good use of this. And I once again appreciate the efforts of everyone who have made this session possible. Thank you, and over to you, Umang.
Thank you, sir. So with this, I think one thing which we started with and why we started with AP is because we really loved the energy. Means when Surendra sir connected and he started taking up, and then things moving started fast. You already have thought of things, and we really loved how things moved fast. Everything got planned, and we are here today. So this was really incredible. I really means there is something about engineering and AP and Telangana which we can see, that is there. So really great that we are starting this being the first thing. And as you said, there are many more things which could be taken up. Unfortunately, yes, there is some correction going on in the space, and I guess we have speakers who would address this better in terms of how the industry is changing and how the landscape is moving. So without any further ado, I guess we are all waiting for the speakers to get started with. And the very first speaker is one of the person I really loved seeing his career and everything, that a lot is to be learned, I guess, from him. I'm welcoming Mr. Srinivasa Reddy Viram Reddy. He is the recruitment leader with Tech Mahindra, with 14 years in IT, 6+ years in Tech Mahindra. He has previously worked with tech giants like IBM and ITC Infotech, which is itself huge. The beauty, one of the things when I was talking to him was his own, engagement in academics still. He has done a BTech, he has done an MBA, and he is pursuing PhD. So really love that being in industry, still being connected with academic, that could give a lot of learning for everyone here. And he has hired more than 7,000 plus folks across India. So I guess this would be the best stage to hear from you, Mr. Srinivas, sir. Please, the stage is yours. Would love to hear from you on what are your thoughts on placements, on the technology, how the industry is moving. A few words for everyone here. Welcoming you. So you are on mute, Mr. Srinivas. I'm really sorry. Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
So thank you, Mr. Umang. Thank you so much for inviting me. This dignitaries and respected academicians and professors. So definitely, I would like to thanks to all of management committee of this forum. So especially for your capable management, Mr. Mayank Arora and Umang, and the other side pillars of this forum is a AP consortium. So the president and secretary and other team members. So thank you so much for inviting me this discussion. So this is definitely, I feel this is a valid discussion or valid forum to discuss and to get our self-awareness and to get ready for the upcoming, situations. So I really love it to discuss with all of you, and thank you so much for again. So before getting into the discussion from the corporate side, whatever we are currently having today, just I would like to show something to all of you how the market requirement trends it is going on across from the corporate side. So before getting that, so I would like to introduce again myself. I'm Srinivasa Reddy from Tech Mahindra. So I'm taking care all the recruitments of Pan India. So I'm the location leader of Vijayawada, who's establishing a Tier 2 location. And I'm pursuing my PhD in management studies in Andhra University. So as a part-time executive course, and I did my MBA, and after that, before that, B.Tech IT. So it's been here almost 14 years, as you said. So this is all about my profile. So just I would like to present a small information to all of you. Okay, just let me know whether it is visible or not. So is it visible to all of you?
Yep, it has started showing.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes,
So
sir.
before getting me into the details of your topic, today's topic, so just I wanted to see the trend of the demands. Demand is nothing but open positions of across organizations like this. So application and development management system is nothing but all the coding technologies like Java, any other Python, all the technologies like ADMS, Application Development Management System. So which is almost 3,000 positions, plus or minus 100, 3,000 positions are active into the system. And SAP is something like that. Infrastructure services like nothing but, Linux, operating systems, Cisco technologies, and all the HP technologies, all the infrastructure services, almost 1,000. And engineering solutions. If you look at engineering solutions, is what whatever you guys are giving this academy as for the EC to be mechanical, for in terms of the automobile, in terms of the electronics and electricals. So these are the related technologies. You beat AutoCAD, you beat embedded, you beat any other technologies related solutions. Almost close to plus or minus 100,000. Data analytics, almost testing, Oracle technologies, almost like 400. So network services, cloud 200 plus. So healthcare, HLS is nothing but healthcare and life sciences. Relevant technologies like if you look at B.Pharm, M.Pharm, or MSc, organic chemistry or analytical chemistry, so which is related to healthcare and life sciences background, who's having a fundamentally strong and who's the relevant technologies like lab information system, HPLC, these kind of relevant technologies, okay, and telecom and media and entertainment, security, okay. So artificial intelligence, BFSI, banking and finance services technologies, like if you talk about however we are paying through BillDesk, Reserve. So which is related to our technology services, which is included in the BFSI. So these are the areas, and support services, QA, performance engineering, manufacturing. Manufacturing is nothing but a robotic model, and IoT. IoT is almost, we're having some demands. So you name it, any particular domain of the business. Metaverse, blockchain, metaverse. So, energy and utilities. So these all are what, like, I wanted to show all of you. So these all are business domains or business requirements of the particular organization of IT, right? So in these many areas, we are hiring. We used to hire the people, okay? from the beginning of fresher till the CEO of the company. So these many areas we used to hire people. So such a high demand across the industry, such a high demand across the organization, how we are going to fulfill? This is the topic today, one from my end, which is relevant to all of you. Yeah. So just I would like to close my screen. Yeah. So this is what, like, organizations are such an industry industry side. How we are going to fulfill this demand? So is it really possible this much demand to fulfill with the senior people? Senior people is nothing but what we call it as a laterals. So laterals are nothing but almost as per our terminology, which is 2.5 years experience onwards. So which we used to call as a laterals. So is it really possible to fulfill this demand with a laterals who is having a 2.5 years experience, more than that? Because almost all are very new technologies which we are looking at. You beat AI, you beat blockchain, you beat metaverse, you beat very latest technologies of ADMS applications. So this is really not possible. Being a recruitment leader, what my strategy to fulfill all these positions, to address all these positions with different strategies we used to follow. The main strategy is juniorization. So juniorization is always connect with industry and academia concept with the high relations of the executions. So this is the major foremost strategy to fulfill majority of the demand of the organization in the concept of juniorization. So this juniorization is talks always about freshers, right? Who are coming from colleges, who are already very latest come out from the colleges. So these are we used to call as a junior people and juniorization. So how to fit these people, how to fit these juniors to our requirements? If I talk about the juniors to fit our requirements, you may have some confusion or some ambiguity to see what is that fitting. So that is the reason I showed to all of you what is that requirements, what are all the requirements, what type of requirements we have, what type of requirements we can fit. So that is the reason I showed to all of you what type of requirements we do have in the industry today, and how to update or upgrade or getting ready to fix this all the juniors to our industry requirements. So this in the industry side, what we are calling this concept calling as industry academia relations, right? So IAR. So we are calling it as from the industry side IAR. So how to fit these demands with the juniors? So we are also having a sub verticals, sub parallel tracks, and we are going to academias, and we are giving some forecast requirements to particular academia who are really able to pick up, or who are able to really train the resources, or students to according to our needs of the industry requirement. So that is called as a forecast requirement. So we are calling it as a forecast requirement. So we are going to the academias and we are giving our forecast requirement, whatever I shown to you. For example, application development on an average Java requirement we do when almost 2,800 plus positions we do have across organization. So definitely we used to go to the particular colleges and we used to give a prior notice or prior request to the particular academia saying that, boss, in 2024 we're going to hire 600 people from this region. So we need so and so particular sprints of the particular technology as a mandate, and they should be get trained, they should be get certified. So these are the prerequisites we are fixing to the colleges, and we are going to make as a MOU, and we are going to make as a program in terms of industry academia relations. So this is how we are building building our capability management, resource management by using these strategies. All right. So this is how especially industry is going on, not only at Tech Mahindra. So from a startup company to a top company, every company is following the same strategy to fulfill their demands with a majority fulfillment with the juniorization. So this is the overall topic what I would like to talk behind our forum. So I think it is very relevant to all of you, because it is very, this concept is that industry industry getting ready resources. You guys should be make it ready, and it should be supplied to trained and certified and ready to billable resources. So today I would like to give you one more example. COVID changed the entire IT situation. So at the time of 2009 to 2022, 2019 to 2022, around 3 years, we increased our bars. In terms of salaries, in terms of other parameters. We increased our bars, and we provided a very huge employment to the very senior people and very highly paid resources in terms of costing and all. In the concept of work from home model, in the concept of low cost model in infrastructure and other facilities and everything, we don't have that facility costing. So that is the reason we increased our bar, and we hired the high cost resources, and we put them into billing to our customers. All of a sudden, COVID taught us a lesson. Very important lesson to all of our industry. Not only a particular IT industry, everyone. So all of a sudden, COVID waved off, and again we back to our works, we back to our square, to our workplaces. Again, costing also been increased along with the salaries and other things to all of our employee base. So now customer side, based on the various reasons, you beat war, you beat international war, you beat any other recession of the global, you beat any financial crisis across the world, political instability, whatever it is the reason, the businesses are going little slower side. And again, every organization, every business looking towards our cost optimization. So in terms of cost optimization, so the only one strategy behind that, only one solution is with all your academicians, right? So across industry, we are behind with academicians, right? So who are providing a quality talent, quality students. So we are running behind them, and we are very in touch with them. Okay, so we are being a recruiters today across the industry, from the startup companies to the top MNC companies. We are running behind the academicians to get the quality pool with the high skilled people with a low cost as a juniorization concept. So for that, I already shown you that what type of requirement is being hiring in industry side, and what type of skill set or technologies we are hiring towards the juniorization concept from the academia. So this is how industry is moving forward to build up more and more juniorization from 2023 onwards. So 2024 will be more focused towards the juniorization. So I'm telling you, even today in our internal organization guidelines will be already circulated that to develop more junior engineers. Right? So in terms of two parallel tracks, one is a college hiring, and another one is outside hiring, who are very freshers, who are technically certified and trained people from such kind of a capable, edtech companies. However, they are picking up a quality talent from the colleges, and they are grooming according to their IT, IAM experience, so knowledge and thoughts and experiences. So they are developing, by applying their minds to the students, and as according to the industry needs. So they are making ready-made product and billing ready products. I can say from IT terminology, billing ready products. So billing ready products. So they are making them, and we are in touch with them, and we are making up those people, and we are hiring from them from these channels. So such kind of scenarios, what type of technologies we should focus from academia side, especially for example, a college is there, Polarity Engineering College, engineering college is there, for example. So in that college, definitely a reputed college, all the industries, all these from the startup to top MNC company prefer to go to that college and wanted to pick up those students from that colleges. But what exactly they should maintain today, according to industry need is, especially, for example, IT CSC people, they should have very latest technology, latest technology expertise, plus any particular certification from the specified product owner. For example, Microsoft certification, or Cisco certification, or any particular SAP certification, or any Salesforce certification, Pega certification, whatever the certification, if you could able to apply to the quality talent with your college, definitely those are a first priority people who our industry needs. Right? So skill development and skill training and development plus certification is a first foremost value added for our juniorization hiring. So that's one thing. And second thing is, always we used to talk about IT CSC people who are all talking about core branches like EC, EEE, mechanical, any other core branches. So today, being a Tech Mahindra, I would like to proudly say that we are going to start a separate core branch initiative, hiring initiative drive very shortly. The discussions already completed, but because of the slow phase, we did not initiate it yet, but we are going to start very shortly. So that core branch recruitment drive initiative is something like who are really fundamentally strong with some technology expertise, some IT technology expertise. For example, so for let's say example, mechanical student, if you want to hire a mechanical student, we will directly put them into our engineering solutions business. I already shown you engineering solutions and automobile solutions. We have a separate wing and we have separate requirements. So what we can do is we can hire these people and we can put them into engineering solutions or mechanical solutions businesses, and they will be utilized 100% according to their education and according to their 4-year knowledge of the mechanical and EC and electronics and all this stuff by using the IT technologies. So this is all the stuff what we would like to recommend to all of your academias. So for example, we are talking about AutoCAD for mechanical people, EC embedded systems, and Simulink for EEE people and EC people. So for aviation, we are talking about Dassault today. So we should also focus ECE, EEE, mechanical engineering students should have these IT relevant skills, should have our IT relevant skills. If they get, that is a really a value added, number one. Number two, if they could get certification from their portfolio, that will be absolute topmost priority for all of us. So these are the two major points what we are expecting from the academia side. We are very in touch with every placement officers, whatever we are dealing, and we are telling them, boss, for upcoming hiring, just please keep it ready. This kind of a model. Definitely, we will do a more betterment for our previous hiring setup. So this is how we are building in terms of industry and academia relations. And if you really need it, our technical expertise will come to you and will give you some more knowledge and more real-time expertise to all of you. And we will work together and we will share the opinions together, either physical or virtual like this, as per our convenient times from industry and academia side. So that is also we are welcoming. And this is also a major initiative we are doing with the colleges and with the placements. So before pausing myself on this discussion, now I wanted to tell all of you that 2023-24, definitely it's not a hard break. It is a kind of a little slower phase. That's it. It's not that hard stop for the junior hiring and all, campus hiring and all, student hiring and all. So definitely it is a little bit slower phase from the top organizations because really we are talking about a zero bench policy, who are not who should be not there in the bench particular period of 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, 60 days, something like that. So we are running behind that zero bench policy in terms of cost optimization or client side business model also. So that is the reason whatever the 2022, 2021 and 22, 23, we are very clearly checking are there everybody is billed or not. So if there are anybody non-billed, immediately we are trying to pull them into separate category and we are trying to push them into a billable boards. So in this process, in the slower phase of the business model, maybe little slow in execution, but it is not hard stop in hiring people. It is not at all hard stop in hiring people. And also, I would like to suggest to all of you in this forum, who are all respected placement officers into this forum, and other people, don't look for a top MNC organizations, not only MNC organizations. I'm telling you. So my suggestion is like this: being very attached with academic side, because I did my IIT, BTech, and after that MBA and PhD. I'm pursuing PhD. So I used to be in all the time with academias. So my suggestion to all of us together: don't look after only for a top organizations like TCS, Wipro, Tech Mahindra, Infosys, all the top organizations. So try to place them whatever the companies you are getting in through from your side, and put them into a place, and first let them start to get the engagement from their side, so that they will get immediate opportunities and they will get some experience, and they will get some real-time knowledge on the hiring side and organization side and business side. So try to put them whatever the company, and it is our responsibility, being a placement officer or placement directors, HODs or professor, whoever it is. It is our responsibility to make them aware. Boss, it is sometimes we used to face hard times, market situation little slower side. It is that you don't expect that all the top organizations will hire all the people. Sometimes it may not happen, because majority of the people are on bench because of the customer side situations. so that whatever the organizations, whatever the startup, from the startup company to a top organization, whatever the company you're welcoming to your colleges or to your placements, so you just give some awareness to your students and make them ready to take up that opportunity, and make sure the person should join into the organization, and make sure that they should learn something and they should earn something without wasting some time for waiting for something. So according to the situations, we should upskill, reskill, cross skill also. So this is one particular advice I wanted to give you to all of you. So I would like to pass myself, as I'm going to hand over this to Mark. So over to you, Mark.
Uh, Thanks a lot, Mr. Srinivas. I think you covered very beautifully, right? Starting from showing the listings to the journey in COVID, and then, the importance of certifications to resources building, then at the end, how the TPOs and everyone should work on. So I think we have a couple of 3-4 minutes wherein I'm opening the stage for anyone, the placement officers or the management or anyone who is here, to, if they have any things they would want to know from Mr. Srinivas, please feel free to have this opportunity. And if you have anything, feel free to ask him. Unmute yourself and please go ahead.
Srinivasa Reddy sir, this is nice talking over the projections of different domains. Majority of the placement officers requires only one domain, that is IT domain. But you have projected in such a way that there are a lot of opportunities in the other areas. My question is generic hiring is going to stop in the near future?
No, not at all. So it will continue. See, hiring process will be continued for all the time. Okay, so generic process will be continued, and we by continuing the same regular process, we are coming up with different vertical and domain based hiring. And whatever I shown to all of you, the same according to the business needs and urgencies. We are picking up some of the colleges or some of the students forum. Some expect we are evaluating the expertise, and we are hiring these domain specific or business specific hirings. So to answer your question, we are continuing the regular campus process, or we are continuing the regular process, but we will develop and we will come up specialized hirings also.
Thank you, sir.
Srinivas garu, good afternoon, sir. I am Srinivas Sharma here, Director of Career Development Center, Sashi Engineering College, sir, Adepalligudam. Sir, the nice presentation from you, and we need to understand the future requirements in very well. I hope in this same direction, I think the government of India, ASCT, MHRD, and what are the AP higher skill development, and as a TPO consortium, we are all encouraging our students to go with the certifications which is offered currently at college level through APS is doing, ASCT is doing through EduSkills, and a lot many more, even Future Skills Prime is coming and all. But the certifications are at the minimum introduction level is happening. And how we can guide the student? Why? Because when the specific somebody got a certified, students are eagerly waiting that one. Generally, we are all getting that one only generic hiring details to the each and every one. As of now, just now you told that one you are going to some specific colleges. Is there any future possibility at consortium from this 23-24 onwards? If those kind of things, can you give us an opportunity for us through the consortium? Any possibility is there? Because each and every college are training in 13 domains. Example I am giving. One is AWS. AWS Cloud we are teaching, AML, data analytics, at AWS certification we are providing. Blue Prism UiPath coming in RPA. And Juniper is coming in a network. Palo Alto doing in cyber security. I think today itself we got the JetScaler also coming with this one. And Alter is coming, and data analytics, RapidMiner, they are training on their platform. So these are everything we are introducing student in his 4 years journey. we are making them to minimum 3 to 4 certifications we are encouraging our students. So is there any possibility for us through consortium when the special thing is coming to you, a possibility for the students of Andhra Pradesh, here irrespective of the college?
Yeah. See, basically to answer your question precisely, because definitely it's a kind of our internal execution oriented question, whatever you're asking. So, but precisely what I would like to answer to your point is definitely I respect your question. But the point is what we are doing today is being a Tech Mahindra, we are going to come up with a MOU model. Okay. See, COE model, see Center of Excellence model. So after forming tier, we are also developing tier 2 locations across 11 locations in India. Okay, that is one is Vijayawada, another one is Vizag, and another one is Bhubaneswar, Warangal, Coimbatore, Nagpur, kind of 11 locations. We are expanding our locations. So what we are doing is, I mean, see, for something should be materialized, it will take little time. So that's that in that concept. So we are slowly started Center of Excellence model and MOU model to your colleges. Okay. So I think I'm not sure. See, our execution committee or execution team is separate of the hiring, campus hiring and campus team. Okay, they used to follow all the process and they used to do all the execution process. But being a location councils, what we used to suggest to our team or internally, what we are doing is we are recommending some of the colleges and we are nominating some of the colleges. It's not the particular, see, for example, 200 and 300 colleges are there into the Andhra Pradesh. We cannot, we cannot suggest all the names by knowingly or unknowingly, I'm telling you. Okay. However, we are doing is based on the previous history of our Tech Mahindra, the previous Tech Mahindra history, just we are picking up some of the colleges, which college is more, more quality talent we hired as a Tech Mahindra, and we are picking up some colleges and we are doing some pilot model to talk about Center of Excellence or core branch recruitment initiative, something like that. So just correct me, Srinivas, if I'm not giving you a right answer. You can ask me a question once again. So what we are doing is Center of Excellence. It will be covered most of the college in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana also. Okay. And in shortly, not immediately, like, August, September, October, 24 before, something like that. But slowly we have started and we are developing that model and we are going to inculcate this model to all of our specified things according to our needs. And then we will give a specific technologies. We've already, I think, I don't know whether you received or not from Shashi. We have given 10 skill set, 10 technology list as a Center of Excellence. We give an option to you itself to you choose your preferred technology, which one you want to develop. Majority of the pool, with trained and development certified people. So we will come and we will pick up those people according to our business needs. So this model is already initiated and it will be spread across all the colleges very shortly from our side. So that will be given an update to you, Srinivas. And you can ask me if you don't get a right answer, you can feel free to ask me a cross question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I think partly you are covered. Whereas when you said that it is to limited colleges in this one, whereas the AP consortium is as on date, we are having 120 colleges are as a part of our group, sir. Irvadra is president and Surendra joined as secretary. Myself, one of the vice president. What we felt is there are 10 technologies. So if we have an MOU with you in this part as a AP TPO consortium, not as a single college, it is a association of the colleges. Then we internally, we want to encourage. There are certain students are there. Those kind of technologies, we will pool that and we will present that pool to you. rather going to one college or particular college MOU. It is for the entire AP. So 10 technologies, what you're referring this one? Yes, some college is having, but he may be into the tier 2, tier 3. The talent pool is very high level, but they never get an opportunity. So that's why we request, if you can put this one to your management, that one, the consortium is having these many colleges, rather going for one college, the consortium core committee or the elective body members will execute this and give the best talent from all these colleges. So you are having more pool with you with a better specified technology one. Suppose to SAP you required. In particular college, SAP is very expensive. Maybe after 500, they may train some 20, 30, 40. But if you come to the consortium, everyone contribute 10 also, you will get more than 500,000 numbers, you will get it. So this kind of opportunity as a member of consortium, we are looking the companies like you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Definitely I'll take it forward. But just I wanted to correct one point here in this statement from your side. So we are not sending one particular college or one particular institution of the AP. We are picking up only one college, two college, or something like that. We sent all the communications to all the colleges. But core branches as a special new initiative, what we did in Andhra Pradesh. So we called a couple of colleges and we heard some important points from the AP. However, you are giving from AP consortium side. Just we heard some points from the local colleges or local placement officers, and we noted all the points, and we are making ourselves ready. How to spread across all the colleges of whatever you said, 120 colleges. So we're going to utilize this opportunity, and we will do all the process for all the colleges.
Sure.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Rightly. That is what, if it is for more people, no problem. If any limited is there, we are coming, we will help you, and we will at the same time, the students of AP will be get benefited, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support.
Thank you. I wish I could take more questions. I'm really sorry. There are Arya ma'am and others also here, but I really loved the point on the fact that already a lot of things being done. And sir, it is great, Mr. Srinivas, that the message going to a lot of colleges already from Tech Mahindra that these are the openings there. Is there certain, last question from my side, is there a certain email ID or certain contact points which we could share with the consortium and members here? They could reach out to for anything they would want to know about Tech Mahindra and any other openings and things like those?
See, basically, you're talking about this question belongs to a kind of a campus recruitment, right? You're talking about a campus recruitment.
Yeah, I mean, there are contact points we could give to
You're talking about fresher hiring.
Yeah,
you're talking about fresher hiring. Okay, so fresher hiring. See, basically, as of now, the practice what we are doing, we are not releasing any information to anybody. This many numbers we have, or this many technologies we are hiring, and this many colleges we are hiring. We don't share any information to anybody because we don't have that process actually, and we don't want to give that information to anybody also. But if you would like to part of our process, you welcome to send me an email or any of existing campus team, fresher hiring team who is doing already. Most of the people are aware about it. So if you would like to recommend any other college or any other valuable in tech companies like you, just you can feel free to send an email to the particular email IDs if you know about the particular channel, you just send an email, they will take it forward immediately, and they will try to engage the particular team to start your connect. But if you want to, you can send me an email. I will take it forward and I will get engagement there.
sure, sir. And I guess anyone in the colleges, is it fine if we share your email ID with the consortium here, and they could connect with
most of the respected officers are having my email ID. If not, you can share.
Okay, perfect. Really,
you can share it not in a groups or something like
Sure,
that, because
sure.
definitely it will be kind of a junk.
Yeah, please. Anyone who requests us, we will connect them with you.
Yeah.
Perfect. And really a pleasure talking to you, having you here, and you sharing all the insights from Tech Mahindra and the hiring, everything here. So I'm really sure a lot of points to be taken up by the team and the consortium. Thanks a lot again for joining in. It was really pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much for inviting me this great forum. So all the respected academicians are here. So definitely we're in touch with them.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
I can drop off this
Yes,
session.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So after this amazing session from Mr. Srinivas, the lineup is still there, and I hope everyone is still hearing well. Be please welcome with me, Arya Pattnaik. So just a second, I'm sharing my screen again to welcome her, and she is from Keka. I'm sure all of you, or many of you, already know about her. She is very active in freshers hiring. She is the head campus relations with Keka, 12 years in recruitment, active about early talent hiring. Yesterday, I was talking to her, and the passion she conveys on the talent nurturing and students learning skills, and then they coming and joining industries is amazing. And she has previously worked with Infinity Learn. She's a MBA and PhD holder, and I wouldn't take more time to keep you waiting for her talk. So with this, Arya, stage is yours. Would love to hear from you about what the team and the AP consortium could take up for about hiring. So please, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you for that introduction, Umang. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello, ma'am.
I'm sure most of you know me. I'm really sorry for the background noise. I'm traveling. So, yeah, I'm sure Keka being a very local organization, having evolved into a global organization, you guys have at some point of time either been associated with Keka, or maybe your students have joined Keka, or probably you know about Keka. Can you raise your hands for that? How many of you know, heard, have been a part of Keka? Students have been a part of Keka. Can you just raise your hands? Only five. Is it only five? Very few. I see very few hands. Great. So I see 15 people. That's more than enough, I think. So yes, all said and done. Most of you know Keka already. Given that Keka is a company that is started very much by a Telugu persona who has been in Hyderabad and has evolved Keka into a global organization today. So currently, I'll just give you a very brief background about Keka. Keka is a HRMS portal, and it takes care of end-to-end 360-degree HR planning, starting from attendance management, performance appraisal to the exit policies, right? So this is a software that most companies or organizations or even institutions can implement in order to manage their employees well. And yes, we have been a silent revolution because we operate out of the small and medium enterprise, right? That's number one. Now, Keka has also been a company which has mostly or primarily in the initial part of its survival or existence as a corporate, hired majorly from the fresher and intern talent, early talent. And that is one of the reasons that we were very bootstrapped in our nature. And we got our mathematics, we got our economics completely right. And we got this funding, Series A, worth more than 470 crores. And that was phenomenal, not only in India, but also global. Given the recession that is impending currently, and we have seen some kind of recession since the last 1 or 2 years, right? Now, this early talent has been very critical in our growth. Number one, we have invested time, we have trained them because the software that we deal or the platform that we deal is a very niche platform. Given this is a very niche platform, the demand for this platform's knowledge is very high in the market. And given that this is new also, we do not get ready-made trained candidates in the market. That is why, I mean, when we started, this was the situation. That is why we jumped into hiring fresher and early talent in order to groom them into a better or a better fitment in terms of our resource management, talent management, right? And today, I can very proudly say that some of this early talent have grown up into leaders. Some of this early talent have grown up into being functional heads. I'll give you an example. The marketing head was once an intern who was hired, and now he has been groomed into, and he's heading the marketing division of our company. So we at Keka strongly believe in organic growth rather than getting talent from outside. We strongly feel that talent should be homegrown, right? And we give a priority to that. We give them that opportunity and priority. For Keka, skill is important, but I think more than skill, the will to deliver, to bring value, the passion to work is more important. So we are probably a outcome based company. We are probably that company which believes that it is your willpower, it is your passion, it is your intent that is more important than the skill set that or the degrees or the percentage that you hold. That is the reason when we do hire on campus, we do not have a bar in terms of percentage. Even we allow students who have backlog. So that is very, very rare in tech hiring, because we give this opportunity. We believe that the students also contribute their best. So we also look at culture fitment. I know culture fitment for early talent is a very big term, and you might feel ki culture fitment for a fresher, why would that be important? But for Keka, it is important because we are not hiring just any intern. We are investing our time into that intern or early talent. I want to groom them into better corporate talent. This is the reason that we feel that early talent is the space that actually needs to be truly invested in and groomed. First, because Keka is a very niche product. Second, because Keka really wants this early talents to grow organically in the organization. Given that, and third, very important, given that we are now scaling globally, we want this talent to stick along with us in this journey of growth. Now, these being the main three factors, let me move on to which are the colleges that we hire from. I know some of you might think कि हमारे college तो नहीं आते, right? So we every year do not go to the same set of colleges. Based on our experience from the previous batch and also some other inputs in terms of the pedagogy, the training, etc., that's provided to these students, we select every year a couple of colleges and then we go to those colleges. It's not like we go to the same college all the time, not like that. So we also try and experiment with the colleges in terms of what our actual target college audience is going to be. As far as the tech stacks are concerned, generally, we are open to any coding language with any student. We do not specify any specific coding language for them to crack our tests. We have around 5 rounds of interview for the early talent. Depending on the situation, that can increase to 7 rounds max. And given this, what is more important for me while I hire? I spend a lot of time on campus actually. I was yesterday discussing with Umang that for me, campus recruitment is not bulk hiring or volume hiring that any consultant can also do. But for me, campus recruitment is creating the right kind of environment where the student can actually choose. It is possible that the student really doesn't want to work with Keka, or probably he really wants to work with Keka. Now, how do we decide that, right? So culture fitment, the counseling of the student, these are critical aspects that I spend a lot of time in the campus. being the core factor that I will create value very much there in the campus rather than bringing them to the company and then they leaving the company, not finding the right fitment in terms of skill sets or mindsets. I believe that giving them the right download there in the campus is critical. Next, I have heard you guys asking about the number of recruiters, like what are the hiring numbers. So let me tell you very frankly, none of the companies will disclose their hiring numbers. That is very confidential. So we don't generally disclose our hiring numbers. But yes, I told you, I will tell you that we hire for majorly three roles: front end, back end, and quality analyst. And I also told you that we have this 5 to 6 steps of hiring. And yes, if you have any questions with regards to hiring at Keka or anything else that you would like to know from me, you can always question me.
Thanks a lot, Arya. I think that was really, giving a good idea about how Keka works and what the hiring environment is like. I would love to ask a question and then probably opening up the stage for everyone. Is
Sure.
Keka is a product company, as you said, you are not into bulk hiring. Okay. However, when you go
Are
to,
into bulk hiring. No,
oh, yes.
my thing is we do bulk hiring.
Okay,
But
okay.
even if we do bulk hiring, it is not the cliched bulk hiring where I just see a skill and hire. I don't hire only based on the skill. I spend a lot of time with the students amongst the campus, leaders and also the students. Try to understand them as much as they open up. Again, if they don't open up, I can't help them, right? So yes, as much as they need my support to rediscover or discover themselves, I help them out and check out a initial culture fitment on the campus itself. So this is not a skill-based hiring that we do generally. We basically do a outcome-based hiring with a perspective to the will.
Nice. So, as Keka hires on the outcome based, is this a generic trend among product companies or is it specific to Keka itself? Or usually the product companies hire, which is different from, service based companies or MNCs. How does the hiring differ in these sections?
See, the basic thing that we hire is for the major thing is the aptitude test. Okay. Then after you clear that, then you have so again there are different sets of tests. Like for front end it is different, for back end it is different, for QA it is different. So either you go for a programming test or a DI test, then you go for a scenario based test or a bug test, and then you have a range of interviews. Now these interviews, they will check your fitment in terms of you surviving in a product company. Again, this is very technical in nature, so this is something that we are in hands and glove with our stakeholder, and that is how we hire. It's not like I will directly hire ki ye skills hai, I will hire. No. So at each level, my stakeholder is equally involved in filtering out the right culture and the aptitude fitment.
Got it. Would open up the stage for a quick one or two questions and
Yes.
please, anyone, is there something you would
Most
love
of them
to?
already know me. I think most of us had a session earlier.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
But
So if there's nothing much, then I think we could move to others.
no,
If there's
no.
something
We
in
can
which,
ask. They can ask me a couple of questions if they want to. Yeah.
Umang, this is Muralidhar Reddy.
yes, hello, Professor Malida.
Umang, this question is to the thing, Arya. Arya, with this, I am from a women's engineering college in placed at Kurnool, Andhra. So basically, what I was looking at, how the college should approach your Keka for considering the college for campus recruitment drive. That's the first question. And what is the time period? What is the time that we should approach your company?
Yeah. So you can reach me on my contact number. Okay. I'll drop it down in the message here. You can reach me there. I
Awesome.
will drop that in my message here. Or
Thank
if
you,
you can
thank
reach
you.
out to me there. I'm open to talk to you, discuss. You can come down and visit me in the office. Everything is fine with regards to me.
Thank you, Arya. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely, Murli. Yes. Anything else?
Yeah.
That's
Good
all
afternoon.
from my side.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, hi. Please, Murali Krishnan.
Hi.
Good afternoon. This is Murali from
Yes.
GMR Group of Institutes, Srikakulam.
Yes.
My question is that what is the different skills which we require for front end, back end, and quality? Is there any differentiate their skills? Just I want to know that.
I already told that, right? So for front end, first for everybody there is a common aptitude test. Then for front end and back end and QA, there will be differential tests like programming test, DI test, bug test, scenario test. Then you will have a series of interviews.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Actually,
I already
my
told that.
yeah. My question is that the skills which we required for
No,
suppose in QC.
the skills is basically the first level skill is they should be good in any coding, in any programming language, which I again told before this.
Okay.
Yeah, so that has to be the most critical thing.
Okay.
I think Arya Murli's question is what exactly skills do you look for when you select for front-end developers versus the back-end developers?
That is
Yes.
what I'm saying. We will give them a coding. We will give them a space like a code. They have to write a code.
That's a
Right?
common aptitude for both front-end and back-end developers, right? That's a common aptitude test is
That
common.
yes, that is like no. Aptitude is not that. Aptitude is you will have quantitative like quality like aptitude. You will have quantitative like mathematics. You will have logical reasoning. You will have English. That is aptitude. That is not coding.
Got it. So I think for more details on each role, I think as Arya said, she is sharing her number.
Yes,
For
I'll put my email ID, please, and you guys can ping me there. Yeah, you can write me a mail there.
Okay, perfect. Please tell I would just drop it down.
Right. So I have to step into something else.
Sure.
I'll
No
drop
issue.
down my email ID, and yes, you
We
all can.
will share with all the folks who have joined in.
Yes,
All the
yes,
email
please
IDs, so
do, please share. No, not an issue. They can drop down to office. We can have a conversation if I'm not traveling too higher.
Okay,
Right?
perfect. So we'll be
Thank
sharing
you.
with everyone the email ID.
Yes, absolutely. Share it with them.
Okay, great having you, Arya. It's always lovely talking to you.
Thank
so
you.
much. Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So after this great talk by Arya and an introduction on Keka and what do they do, we have had two sessions back to back from different heads of recruitment. One from Tech Mahindra, which was an MNC service company. Second from Keka, which is more of a product company. Now we are moving to the third part, which is more going to be a technical outcome of how interviews happen, or how a technical person, when they're looking to hire, what do they go and how do they approach this? With me, let me share my screen to welcome him. I hope everyone can see my screen. Is joining Shubham Lal. Shubham already said a few words about when it came to front end and back end, and he is right now SD2 at Microsoft. 5+ years in software development, BE from BIT Mesra, Masters in Data Science, and pursuing MBA from Liverpool John. Again, he is very close to academic. At the same time, an amazing developer who is working with Microsoft on cutting-edge technologies. He is not only in technology, but also very, very interested in talking to students, mentoring. I will probably share his LinkedIn also in the chat. You would see how well he is connected and the content he shares with everyone, even students, to skill themselves up. And he is involved in hiring of freshers. So without any further delay, setting up the stage for you, Shubham, please, it's all yours, and looking forward to hear from you on what are the things, the college management and TPOs can take from there.
Thank you so much, Umang. And this was one of the finest introduction I've heard in a while. So thank you so much for that. I'll quickly introduce myself in an elaborative manner again. My name is Shubham, and it's been 5 years I have been working for Microsoft. And I have touched upon various tech stacks and various business domains in Microsoft. I started working for Windows, where the Cortana part, the AI part is something I contributed on. And then I moved to Azure 365, then Office, and then Bing. And currently I'm working at the new research project, which is around machine learning and artificial intelligence at Microsoft. Okay. And along with working for Microsoft, I have also been involved in taking interviews when it comes to hiring freshers and hiring candidates. So every week I take close to a couple of interviews. So I have a good experience around what is something that can be expected out of a student. The reason I signed up for this particular session is what I feel that all the TPOs that we have in the call can act as a driving factor when it comes to deciding how should the college students should be trained on, right? Because eventually they need to go to the couple of interviews, not just for Microsoft, but in general and any product-based companies. Okay, so there are a couple of things I'll be discussing, and just to summarize what my discussion is going to be revolving around, the very first thing I'll be discussing on, when it comes to a product-based company hiring, what are the number of rounds we conduct and what kind of questions we ask and what kind of skills we expect the students to have on. Okay, that's the first thing that we are going to that I'm going to talk about. The second thing is, how does it differ from any service-based company, right? Because not everyone is privileged enough to land up on a product-based company in the first attempt, right? There are people who would have to go to Accenture, Wipro, and then Capgemini, not directly to product-based company, but eventually and then switch to a product-based company later on. So how does the hiring patterns for service-based companies differ from that of product-based companies is going to be my second point of discussion. The third is going to be more of a key takeaways that I would like to give upon, where you can train or you can make sure your students are acting upon so that they are ready for the placements, right? So starting with the first agenda, that is how the product-based companies conduct their round. Most of you might have already been interacted with any of the product-based company, but if I talk about the top tech giants, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and all, they usually have 4 rounds of evaluation. Okay, the very first round of evaluation is always the coding round, where they need to perform in data structures and algorithms, right? When I say data structures and algorithms, it includes everything. It includes things from arrays, strings, linked list. Not going into much technical, but every topic that comes under DSA is something a student must have an expertise on, and any language they can use to implement those skills. They will never be restricted towards a particular language like Java, Python, C++, or JavaScript. Usually, when the questions come to them in the interview round and they need to implement it, they have a drop down on which they can select the language that they want to act on and they want to code on, right? That's the first round in any of the product-based company, which is the coding round. Second round is a group fly round, where it's mostly around a group discussion, where either individually you have to come up with a prototype as per the question that has been asked by the interviewer, or it's a group discussion where you have to contribute, and it's usually a technical group discussion, not something about a general topic altogether. So over there, how well you participate, how technically sound you are, is something judged on that particular round. Okay, there are multiple moderators who constantly records and constantly notes the pointers that you have been speaking, and along with that, you are judged in terms of how fit you are for a product role. Third round is the technical interviews, and the technical interview can happen either one in technical interview or more than one. It could go to 3 or 4 as well. And mostly during those interviews, one thing is very common, that you are judged on the basis of how well you can quickly frame up a logic. If the situation or the problem is changed, how well you can optimize your solution to make sure the current solution is again surpassing and making sure the problem is again being able to solve. And also on the questions are revolved around the projects that you have done on the resumes, right? So the having project during the college, it actually becomes more important during the technical interview rounds as well. Okay, pseudocode, theoretical questions around the resume projects becomes very common in the tech interviews, and it's highly dependent upon the interviewer as well, around which domain they would like to explore. Some interviewer might like to explore only 90% on the project which you have done. Some interviewer might like to explore on the technical ability, what you have to understand a question and develop a logic while speaking, right? So it depends on the interviewer as well. And the last round is the HR round, where mostly your communication and adaptability is tested, right? So these are the 4 major rounds a product-based company rounds conducts, and evaluation is conducted for a student in all of those 4 rounds. If I talk in terms of ratio, for a coding round, they make almost everyone sit for the first round. They have a threshold of CGPA, which is quite low, 7.0 or 7.5. So most of the students can qualify for that. And then everyone sits on the first round. And then from the first round, they select top 20% for the group fly round. In the group fly round, again, it's top 10% to 5% is selected for the group fly round. And usually top 10 people or top 15 people reaches till the 3rd round. And then depending upon how well they are, number of people is selected, right? Second point of discussion, which I wanted to have, was how does this process differs from that of a service-based company like Wipro, Accenture, right? So this aligns very similar to what Arya just mentioned. The first round usually is not coding, it's aptitude, right? Because in a product-based companies, you are always on your toes to developing meaningful and optimal products. So you need to have a strong skill set on coding. Whereas in service-based companies, you're not building the product all the time. It's mostly around support or creating or solving few bugs, which has already been developed by product-based companies, right? That's the reason coding takes a backseat when it comes to service-based companies, and aptitude is something is tested as the first round of evaluation. Okay. Second difference, what I have observed is in product-based companies, everybody joins as a software developer. Okay, there is no bifurcation between front-end developer, back-end developer, or a database engineer. Everybody joins as a software engineer because the evaluation process is such that that the company makes sure that person who is qualifying for all the 4 rounds can be molded into any of the tech stack that the company needs for. So after I joined as a software developer, taking my example 5 years back, the company molded me into a mobile application developer because they needed me for that. Then later on, they molded me into a machine learning or AI developer engineer, right? And then I also worked as a website development engineer. So that's the how product-based companies hires, have best among the lot and then train them accordingly what they need for. Whereas in service-based companies, they do niche hiring. Suppose they tested people on the aptitude level and they need 10 people for front end, 5 people for back end, and 10 people for database. They will have a separate round of evaluation for these three roles. They might test you on HTML, CSS, JavaScript role for front end part. I think Murli had a question around the tech stack, what you are tested on. So HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React is very relevant for front end. For backend, it's more about Node.js, MongoDB, how well you are accustomed with databases, right? So SQL and all comes into the picture of database and DevOps part, right? Some companies also test you on the cloud applications, how expertise you have on the cloud. So AWS comes into the picture, Azure comes into the picture, right? So that's how it differs from product-based company hiring versus service-based companies hiring. Okay. Now, last and the third action item, third point I had was key takeaways that I want to leave you all with so that you can go back to your students and tell them about the same. The very first thing I recommend to every student is you need to have a certain skill set and intermediate understanding of programming. Even though you want to become a full stack developer only, or you want to only become a front end developer, work only on websites, you might have a great edge towards creativity and just you want to develop websites. Still, in that case, you need to have an understanding of programming that can develop your logic building abilities and problem solving skills. Any language, Java, JavaScript, Python, C++, any language of their choice, they should have an understanding of how to code, how to write, say, algorithms. That's the first thing. Lead Code is a free platform. Interview is a free platform. There are a lot of free platforms available where they can go and understand, learn, and practice as well. So that's the first takeaway I would like to give. Second takeaway, that is something I would like to give is find something that they can build the projects on. For example, along with programming, they need to complement that skill with a skill set of full stack development or data science or cybersecurity or blockchain. It could be anything as per their interest. My recommendation would always be either full stack development or data science because that's the field I see as growing, right? So that is something they need to make sure that once they have a fair amount of understanding of coding, they should have also an edge on creating projects, learning about front-end development, back-end development, either in full stack or data science, any of those, right? Third thing, and something that's most underrated, is the ability to communicate well, right? Because in the interviews, a lot of time when I have interviewed a candidate is able to solve the question by using their keyboard, but not able to explain their solution, right? And that becomes a major blocker for our product-based companies because every second day you'll have to have a board meeting, you'll have to have a presentation meeting where you have to speak up well. If that is missing, it becomes a blocker for a candidate to join the company because the interviewer will not pass you on that particular round, right? So communication, being able to speak up your thoughts well, being able to speak up and present your thoughts, your solution well, comes a major important factor. So soft skills training is something also becomes as crucial as a technical skill. Because when I interview people, I give equal ratio for the soft skill part and the technical part, right? But what I've seen is people come prepared only with technical aspects, with zero, importance to soft skills, right? So that is something I would like to give a key takeaway on. And the last thing I would like to just mention is, I did all 3 areas. I explored all 3 areas all by myself during my college time, right? And the only thing, if I given a choice, I would like to change that. And the only problem I see what was there in my approach was 50% of my time went in figuring out what to do and how to do. right? Which resources I should go for, which platform is the best one. Like right now, I suggested very easily Lead Code, Interview Bit, and Geek for Geeks because I have explored those platforms and I know and I trust those platforms. But that's not the case with all the students. Most of the students still struggle to figure out from where they need to study, from which resources they should study, which topic is more important. Okay, even testing that are they ready for the interview becomes a challenge, right? And that's where I feel a great pleasure in seeing the platforms like Capabl, where they are solving that particular problem, where the 50% of the time is not going to be spent on figuring out stuff. All the time can be just spent on actually doing and reading stuff and practicing questions, right? And that's the main core reason I'm associated with Capabl, and that is something can be leveraged by most of the students as well, right? So yeah, that was something from my side. I would love to take up any questions, either on the chat or you can unmute yourself. We would love to answer any kind of questions if anyone has.
Hello everyone, please, good opportunity to ask about the technologies and everything, please. Yeah. Yes, Mr. Mulita.
Shubham.
Yes.
Shubham, this is Murli. Basically, I want to ask one question on the AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
So every student is today is worried about how it's going to overtake their career. Number one, and number two, what is the scope of a cyber security? Because every system or every service connected to internet is prone for hacking. So cyber security is going to be a predominant player down the line, maybe 4 years. I don't know what is the duration. So these two areas, what is your opinion?
Okay, so taking the first question first, which is what is going to be the impact of AI, or what has been the impact of AI so far, right? So for that, I would just like to give you an analogy that with the intent and with the AI coming up, the productivity of all the developers has increased because most of the time and most of the products now we are leveraging AI to develop the code as well. You might have heard of GitHub Copilot or VS Code Copilot, where when we start writing the code, it automatically expects and it automatically suggests what could be the ideal code for this, right? And then we just have to press a tab and then the code gets written, right? So on one hand, productivity of all the developers has definitely increased multifold. On the second hand, if I talk about the job cuts in terms of number of people now required less, that is something I have personally not seen it happening in any of the industries so far. Okay, and how I am looking it as is way back, maybe 200 years back, when calculator came into the picture. Calculator did not take up the jobs. It's just that people who were doing things manually, it helped them to do things quickly, right? It just enhanced the productivity of the people who were using the calculator, right? And similar way, at least for now, I can see ChatGPT or OpenAI is acting in a similar manner where it is not taking up the jobs, but it is definitely improving the productivity. It might if advancement goes further, but for now, it has not been that case. So that's the first answer. The second answer to the second question around cybersecurity and the way I see forward how cybersecurity might increase, the demand might go up. So cybersecurity is something I have seen a constant growth in the last 4 years. And that, someone is saying something. Umang, you are on mute. Okay, got it. Cool. Yeah, so cybersecurity, what I've seen is it's having a constant growth in the last 3 to 4 years, and that growth has always been lesser than full stack developer growth and the data scientist growth. Okay, now the reason could be anything. It might be because a lot of overlap I see between full stack development and cybersecurity now, where the products that we are developing right now, it's already taking into account of security measures that needs to be taken, right? Cybersecurity and cybersecures are required for the products which do not have the optimum capability of surpassing any kind of attacks, right? So now, since the full stack development has evolved, since the measures that we are taking has evolved, we are already building the products that highly secure. Hence, maybe that could be the reason that even though number of products is going up, the role and the demand of cybersecurity is something constant is what I have seen. But again, the market is very versatile. What is going to happen for 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line is something I can't comment on because nobody can foresee that. But as per the last 10 years, like what I have seen, cybersecurity growth has been constant and exponential growth I have seen in full stack development and data science. Yeah, I hope I answered the question.
Thank you, Shubham. Thank you.
Perfect. Anyone else? Any questions on technical aspects? Sujit has raised hand. Yes, Sujit. Okay, might be by mistake. Cool. So we have space for one more question. Anyone, if there's something, please go ahead. Cool. So, Shivam, people, as you know, the fear is that data science is taking jobs away and all of that. But I think that's also a great opportunity for people who want to learn data science or maybe full stack. What's
Yeah.
your thought on that? You know, what could people do? Is it actually an opportunity? What's your thought on this?
True. So it has actually become an opportunity because there are a lot of companies now which are looking for developers who are accustomed in AI, right? So on the one hand, we are saying that because of AI, people might lose job, but what I see happening is people are not losing job because of AI, and in fact, their productivity is increasing. But on the other hand, there are a lot of players in the market who is trying to leverage that AI to build the products, right? And for that, they are requiring data scientists and AI engineers. So this is actually has increased the number of jobs in the data science market. Now, this might be a temporary growth, but the growth is there definitely, and it's going to stay for like 2 to 3 years more, right? So yeah, this is a great time to leverage the data science field because AI is something going to stay for like 1 to 2 years more. Uh, there was a couple of news in the market. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of that Wipro and Accenture, Capgemini, everybody has invested billions of dollars to build the AI capability in their product, right? So definitely that valuation is going to go into hiring part as well, and the demand is going to be increased for the people who are AI developers or the people who are data scientists. So yes, for the folks who are in third year or second year in the college, they have optimal time to leverage this opportunity and have the skill set by end of fourth year.
Perfect. Sujit has asked a question in the chat. I think we'll take that up and we will wrap the question part. Mention what soft skills are in play in real-time job. What skills can we make our students learn?
So one of the most important soft skills, Sujit, I would say is the communication part, because I have interacted with students from all across pan India, and some parts of country have a certain strengths. Like South, I have seen, not generalizing, but South, I have seen people are more logically sound. But one problem I have seen across India is the communication part, right? People, irrespective of which part of the country they are, they either hesitate to speak up well, or they lack the confidence to speak up very confidently. The communication skill is the key, where which needs to be leveraged, and which needs to be understood that this is also as important as the technical aspect, right? Other soft skills I would say is a resume building or LinkedIn profile building, but that's one-time job. You just attend the session, you understand the do's and don'ts, and you implement it. So that's not a major nut to crack. That's not a hard nut to crack. You can do it within a week. Have a LinkedIn profile, or just to get a session on LinkedIn, resume LinkedIn, and that is something can be covered off. But communication, I've seen it's a long-term growth. It's something you need to build for a couple of months to actually reach to a stage where you can call yourself a good orator, a good communicator. The only thing I would say as part of soft skills that every college should leverage on is helping them to build communication. There could be multiple approaches to do that. Have a group discussion, have extempore, have mock interviews within colleges, make them present every month. The approach is something, TPOs are more than sufficient and more than expert to figure that out. But end goal should be having students who are excellent communicators.
Perfect. I think you wrapped up beautifully, taking from technology to service product versus to the kind of technology skill sets need to be built during colleges. Some platforms which are there which students and TPOs and colleges could explore, to discussing eventually at the end on soft skills as well as the opportunity as loss. So this was really nice, Shubham. Thanks for taking out time. It was great to have you, and it was a pleasure talking to you again.
Thank you, Umang. I have pinged my LinkedIn profile in the chat as well, so I would love to have that connection going forward as well with all the people in the call. So that's my LinkedIn profile in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Umang.
Perfect. Thanks, Shubham. So with this, three sessions back to back, two on from HRs and one from technology. We had another one lined up from Mr. Sonu, but he couldn't make it because of some health emergency. Now we are moving to the person because of which it could happen. I am sharing my screen again, and I'm going to be talking about Mayank, who is founder and CEO of Capabl as well. Mayank is an engineering dropout, but he turned into an engineering education entrepreneur. He has been a TEDx speaker where he spoke about the gap in the education industry in engineering. He has worked with Indian Army on all-terrain vehicle. He was consultant to Yulu in the electric vehicle design. He represented India in EdTech in Dubai Expo 2020. He has been in this space for 10 plus years, have visited 800 plus colleges, 15 lakh plus students, invited by BBC to talk about the skill gap in India, given that the exposure, the mentor connect, and the industrial reach he has. And Capabl has been recognized a lot because of his continuous effort, and Ministry of Education and Indian Innovation Hub had selected us as a company to represent Indian EdTech at IIH Dubai. With this, I would welcome Mayank. Mayank, the stage is yours. Please, take it up and let's take it from here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Umang, for such a warm introduction. I hope I'm audible to one and all present here.
Yeah, you're audible, Mayank. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank every one of you for being part of this conclave. Without you, it won't be possible for us to address the key areas which industries are struggling with, as well as the colleges are struggling with. What exactly we have seen here is that as you have heard from Tech Mahindra or Amazon, or you have heard from Shubham from Microsoft, there are different key expectations from each organization. And as per the position they are hiring and as per the role they are looking for. So for next some 15-20 minutes, I'm going to take a very quick overview with my experience that if we talk about the 80-20 rule, what majorities in terms of skills or extrapersonal skills or technical skills companies are looking for, and how the placements look for 2024-25. Recently, I was going through an article where it was quite alarming to see that this year there might be a total of 1.5 lakh engineers getting jobs in code or either engineering element organization. A very recent survey done by Inc 42, which they have given a detailed report on that. And it was so shocking to see that last year we have seen 4 lakh people getting placed out of 10 lakh students who graduate. And this year it's just 1.5 lakh. So how we are going to prepare ourselves for this situation? Companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Capgemini, they are taking their hands back as of now to hire for a year or two. Then how we can look for alternates to get our student placed? This is a major question which I have received from every campus. Last 5 days, I was in Tamil Nadu. Monday, I was in SRM University. Tuesday, I was in Satyabama. Like this, every day I was in a campus addressing to students. And I've seen every training and placement officer or principal was asking me the same question, that how we are going to get our student placed this year if these bulk hiring or service-based companies are not going to come. So without wasting much time, I'm going to give you a very quick overview on the industry scenario and what exactly we can go ahead as an organization to make our students' career a huge success. To begin with, as you all know who we are, Capabl is a leading consultant working with companies like Yulu, Amazon, Ola, Shastra Robotics, and some 200 more organizations from last 10 years, where we are trying to build an engineering ecosystem for colleges and industry. Our main agenda is that if I talk Umang and me, we started it with a small room in Kota when we both were preparing for IIT JEE. Back then in 2008, 2009, we step out from our home in our 10th class, stayed for 2 to 3 years in Kota, prepared for IIT, and luckily Umang got into IIT Madras. I was not that great into academics and I got into a private institute. We used to have word every day, and within a month or two, I understood a huge difference between the way his engineering is approaching and the way mine. As a result, I dropped out of the college in my first year, first semester, and started working on this problem that how we don't have to change the academics, we don't have to change the curriculum, we just have to add things which could complement to the engineering degree. And from 2012 onwards till today, we have got, I think I'm very blessed with this organization that we got these people as our mentor. We got PVM Rao sir, who is the Dean of IIT Delhi, Ivy Rao sir, who is the president of Maruti Suzuki R&D department, Sham Sundar sir, who is a professor emeritus from Yale University. So if you see, and Lakshmi Narayan sir, who is the board of director of more than 10 automotive companies in India as of now. So we got these people on board who have step by step guided and mentored us, as well as we got a lot of investors on board, people from Off Business, Propelled, Oracle, Quest Global, and all are of president, CEO, chairman position. It took a couple of years to build this ecosystem, but when we got these mentors, when we got these investors, as a result, we were in last 10 years, we were become the finalist of Graham Bell Award, which I can say would be an Oscar for any education organization. We were selected as a game changer startup by Ministry of External Affairs. We were winner of the All India Tech Challenge, and it is just a validation because students don't need a course or a training. I want every training and placement officer to understand this, that student, if we work with them in their third or fourth year of engineering by providing them a course, either a technical course or a campus recruitment training like aptitude, soft skill training, this is not the result. What they require is what I'm going to take in further slides, and we are going to talk about it. When I was addressing at Dubai in Indian Innovation Hub, people from Ministry of Education, Ministry of External Affairs, Startup India, from I think everyone who's reporting to either the Education Minister of India or to the Education Minister of 70 plus countries were present in this room. And I have addressed everyone for 1.5 hours that what model we are trying to build in India, and it is working fantastically, how they can build the same model in their particular regions or their countries. This is what I'm going to share with you for next 10, 5 minutes, whatever we have. I forgot to mention that in this whole journey, we got 2 more bodies on board. That is SA India, Society of Automotive Engineers, which is operational across 97 countries and who have 1.2 lakh industry professionals. I hope every training and placement officer know about SA India. And we also got Computer Society of India on board. Once these bodies came on board and we got some real insight from them, SA gave us insight of core. Society of Automotive or Computer Society of India have given us the insight of circuit branches. This is the current scenario of engineering as of now. And I want every one of you to look at this screen and try to analyze the scenario. First of all, 90% of the students are having an empty resume. What is empty resume? I'll show you in the further slide. And 60% students have a success rate in campus placement. 80% students are placed in bulk hiring or service-based companies. And there are less than 5% students who get a CT score of more than 10 lakh rupees. If in this era of core IT, and we see the boom in IT sector, if still our students are getting placed with a salary of 3.6 lakh or 3.8 lakh rupees, which is the average or more than average of a college, then something wrong is going on here. And that is what we have to discuss here. What do I mean by empty resume? I don't think I have to give any insight or knowledge to you all present here. You might be having double the age of my experience in the education industry, but I'm just trying to highlight few critical areas which I have observed in last 10 to 12 years of my academic career. Most of the students to whom I meet are focusing on academics as they are really good into academics, more than 8 GPA, which is like 20-30% more of the eligibility required by any company. But when it comes to the remaining part, either it can be skill certifications, softwares, projects, internships, events and competition, colleges are trying to focus on skills and certifications through various resources available. In Tamil Nadu, it's Nan Madhubalan, in NPTEL is there. There are various other sources which are available, and students are trying to add 1, 2, 3 certifications in their portal. Like Altair have launched a thing, Tata have launched something. Every day we are seeing something being launched where student can just watch the recording, they complete one assignment or a quiz, they get a certificate and they add that in their CV. On the other hand, few other things like projects, internships, and exposure of competition is something which is a big question mark I see in most of the students' resume. And I don't think I have to focus on this much, but as we all know, in last 10 years, there is a major shift between college ranking, aptitude skills, and technical skills. If I talk about 2002 to 2015 or 19, majority of the companies were very much happy with a very less amount of technical skills, a decent of college ranking, and a good amount of aptitude skills a student have. But now on, as we are seeing, the placements are changing. AI, ML, various emerging technologies are coming up. So technical skills are the first priority. College ranking and aptitude skills comes later to that. What we are trying to do as Capabl, we are trying to build a student's CV, which could not just be added by a certification or course, but it could have all those areas which an industry require. I majorly talk about 4 things in a student CV. 1, technical skills. 2nd, project exposure. 3rd, internships. And 4th, events and competitions. We all, as a training and placement officer, can do an exercise. I can share a format with you, and I'm going to mail that format to you, which you can send to all your 3rd year students, all the final year students, and ask them to fill that. The resume format which I've shown you here, we are going to share a soft copy of it with you. You internally circulate with your students and get that data to understand how many students are having a project exposure or internships they have done after their 6th semester, 4th semester. I'm not talking about a course or a training where they paid a fees and they completed a program and it have a word internship in it. And they submit that to college by saying that I have done an internship. Internship means that they got a chance to work in industry. How many of them are actually getting it? So we'll be sharing a format with you after this call, and you can do an internal survey to understand how many students can be placed in what type of companies. We are strategically working with 70 colleges in India. The first step which we do right now is we understand and try to slab the student. This top 20% have a potential of having CTC of more than 10 lakh. These 30-35% student would land anywhere between 6 lakh rupees to 10 lakh rupees. Remaining 40% student would be landing in 3 to 5, and some 20% students might not be even eligible to get a job. So first thing first, as a training and placement officer, we should start looking for the slabs of the students available. Not once a company come and they tell what is the value of your student, but beforehand you are analyzing your students is what we can help with. So we, along with Computer Society of India, Society of Automotive Engineers, various investors which we got on board, and 200 plus organizations, we are aiming to invest 1,250 crore rupees on student upskilling in next 4 to 5 years down the line, aiming in our first phase to address to 300 colleges. This is what we are aiming to invest in colleges, because we know this impact, this how much? Almost $200 million. This $200 million would give us India, let's say 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh qualified engineers. And companies are heavily trusting and investing on us, either in terms of money or in terms of resources, because we are deploying these things on a grassroots level to the colleges. For example, Tech Mahindra, they are looking forward to sign MOU with colleges. So Tech Mahindra might not be able to do a regular follow-up, or they have an academic wing. They see us as a potential contributor where we could run those things on a ground level with colleges and provide resources, monetary support, kind support to colleges could help them to enhance their placements or career of the student. Have a pool of investment of around 1,200. Creating 300 colleges as our hub, where at, let's say in Vizag, or let's say in Hyderabad, or let's say in Guntur, we have 112 colleges as our hub, and remaining colleges will coming up to those colleges, and they would be taking down the resources and help from those colleges. As of now, the bandwidth which we have is to invest on an approx around 4 crore rupees on each college, which we are amounting on an average of 1 lakh rupees of investment on each student. How we are doing that? We are strengthening the college ecosystem in 4 areas. First, we are helping them to develop the infrastructure, helping them to have center of excellences. Day before yesterday, we launched a center of excellence of ANSYS in DMI College of Engineering, Chennai. Second, we are helping them do skill-based learning. Third, placement opportunities.
Can you mute everyone?
We can mute. I think someone is saying. Can you
Sir,
mute?
all of you, please mute yourself.
Mr. Valadesu, can you mute yourself? This is not.
Yeah, or even we can mute Umang if possible.
Yeah, done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So through 4 areas, we are strengthening the college ecosystem. First, in infrastructure development. Second is skill-based learning. Third is placement opportunities. And fourth is scholarship grant program. I have one slide for each. If I talk about infrastructure development or center of excellence, we got bodies like Accenture, Ansys, Siemens, Altair, Microsoft on board with us, who are helping us to develop COI in colleges in 4 major areas: data science, ML and AI, advanced programming, robotics and industrial automation, electric vehicle and design. It can be a hardware-based center of excellence, software-based center of excellence, where most of the funds are being deployed by the industry, either with the help of AICT or TechQuip or industry funding, and some part is being funded by Capabl as well. This is the first part. Second part comes is learning and competing on a national level. On these 4 areas which we talked, we got Computer Society of India and Society of Automotive Engineers as our certification body. Students would be directly getting certificates from these societies who have presence in India for more than 90 or 70 years down the line. So students, if anyone is having a career path with us on full stack or EV or data science or CA design, he would be powered by companies like Microsoft, Citus, Ampere, Mahindra, Honda, Tata, Volvos, or Walmart and Accenture. All these companies, experts have came on board. We got a pool of around 120 people, like Sundar, who is from Honda, Sahil, who is from Stanford, now he's working with Walmart, Karthikeyan from Accenture, Shubham from Microsoft. All these people have came on board in our ecosystem because it's an initiative which has been driven for colleges. They are putting their time and effort, helping students to decide a career path, and they are giving them a proper learning experience of 6 to 9 months. A student under the guidance of Sundar or Shubham or Alvin, they stay with them for 6 months. We take a handful of students from college. They learn with them and do several projects with them for those 6 months and get equipped with all the industry skill set which are required. So this kind of an ecosystem we have built, and we got around 120 experts with us. What we have done in 2022-23, we have conducted around 75 campus drives. We have conducted around 200 online drives. We have engaged 600 colleges. We have made 1,900 companies to participate. 21,000 job opportunities were developed, and 86,000 internships offers have been developed for the students. A simple ecosystem where we are inviting companies to come on board. We are strengthening the colleges through these 4 areas. As an impact, companies are coming to this ecosystem to not just hire students, but to also provide them quality learning and to also provide them internship opportunities. This is what we have done in 2022-23. We are aiming to at least double this number in 2023-24. And that can be done through various initiatives which we are looking forward to plan with the training and placement officers of Andhra Pradesh region. And we have conducted this conclave for the same. If I talk about what kind of an online placement drives we have conducted. So if you see here in last 1 month itself, there are more than 30 drives which are being conducted. Like yesterday, there was a drive conducted by Nextron Labs. This was the July month drive which we have done. Around 636 students were there. If I talk about any drive 7, which was conducted by I think junior software developer from I think the company name is Ascendum. So like this, these organizations are coming up and we are conducting these drives. Simple purpose of these drives is that what opportunities are not able to reach to colleges can be given by us. And we are not keeping any commercial involvement in it. It's just to provide what companies are offering us, we could give it to the colleges. Scholarships grant program, as I've talked about the 4th initiative which we are doing. Under this 1,250 CR of initiative which we have, as of now, we have invested around 127 crore rupees in terms of resources, labs, skilling, infrastructure, sponsorship on 5 major areas. First, training and placement cells for placement activities. We are providing them sponsorships or we are providing them these placement drives. We are helping entrepreneurship cell. Very recently, we launched an entrepreneurship cell in the RGIT College, Mumbai. Around 30-35 students out of a strength of 2,000 students in that college are actually being guided through us to run their organization. They're having technical ideas, non-technical ideas. They want to launch their startup. We are helping students without any monetary involvement in it. We are not charging anything to the student for such activities where they could get our guidance and mentorship to launch their startups. Third, technical competitions, Baha, Supra, Hackathon, Robocon, Design Challenge, RoboSpace Challenge, any competition which is present in India, which is technical competition, we are providing free technical support to all the clubs of any college in India. Right now, we have benefited, I think, more than 400 colleges in India who are participating in any event and competition. Sir, after COVID, we are building up a team in our college. Before that, we were very active into Baha or Supra or robotics. Now our senior left and we don't have any knowledge. Can you provide us technical support? We are providing almost 300 to 400 teams contribution to it right now who have discontinued after COVID, and we are pushing them to start their teams and competitions again. Next, alma mater activities. If you are looking forward to build your alumni base, I don't know how many colleges who are being here in this session today are focusing on almas, who are focusing on their alumni, because they can be your strength who could come down to your campus again to hire. And I have seen many colleges who are having a very strong alma mater base, conducting regular initiative activities, engaging them online, build an app, build a CRT or CRM solution. I don't know. On different level, different things are going on. But if your alumni are working in companies, how you can tap them, not just by sending them a mail and showing them that you are part of this college, come down to your college and hire people. No one will come. We have to show them various opportunities that this is what you're going to get from your campus. And we are helping colleges to build that. And last is student research project. If any student is working on any research project for his MS or MTech, or any faculty is working on research project for his PhD, we help them for this as well. Right now, we have invested around 120 CR in 2022-23, and we have almost helped 240 colleges overall in this initiative, and more than 300 to 400 teams in various events. If we talk about our presence, that Elite Techno Group offer 50 lakh scholarship to 1 lakh engineers, SA India and Elite Techno Group partnership. So we are working on various CSR initiatives with colleges to strengthen the college ecosystem. In 2022, we have signed up MOU with more than 70 colleges across India. And this year, we are aiming to sign up with more than 150 colleges. Impact created so far. With our strengthening activities, I'm very proud to say this. And I'm literally very proud to say this, that from our efforts, colleges, almost 72% colleges, NAC ranking have upgraded. If it's an A+ accreditation, it got A++. If it is a B accredited, it got B++ or A. We have seen the jump of NAC accreditation in colleges. 36% placements have been increased. 57% internships opportunity have been increased. 478 branches in different colleges have got an NB accreditation, because we are putting up center of excellence, or we are doing various events and activities with them. MOU, which is holding a lot of credibility in that particular department and helping them to get an NP accreditation. We got 20+ labs established so far. Very recently, day before yesterday, I was in Chennai to inaugurate one lab of Center of Excellence on Altair in DMI College of Engineering, Chennai. Like this, we have established around 20+ labs, and there are 300+ teams, colleges teams who are participating in various events and competitions. We have sponsored them and provided them technical support. This is what we have done so far. And I won't take much time on this, but the only point here is TPOs are the driving force of any initiative in college, because you think day and night about the placement of your students. A principal might have to look into the management perspective, or HOD might have to look into the academic perspective, but a training and placement officer of any college would day and night look for their students' career, that how they can deploy each and every student of their college in any company and build their career a huge success. With this, we are also parallelly working with training and placement officers, helping them to work onto various aspects in terms of, as I've told you, these 4 initiatives, which you can be part of. So what I have mentioned my email ID here. I have mentioned my contact number. You can take a screenshot of it. I would like to have some serious conversation with colleges who think Capabl could contribute in any sense to their campus to strengthen anything. If you are facing placements of issues, NAC, NBA, if you are looking to engage your college students into various activities, you want to put up a center of excellence, or you want to deploy your students into some technical learning part, we could have a very serious discussion on that and take it forward from there. And I would only entertain queries which are serious to explore how we can literally benefit to your college. We are a known for commercial organization. Again, I'm saying this very proudly. This year, we have invested 3 times of the revenue which we have generated from any activity. 3 times. If we have generated any sort of a revenue, any sort of scholarship from any initiative, we have returned back 3 times of it to colleges in terms of resources, money, sponsorship, and various other initiatives. So now, with this note, I would first of all thank the AP TPO Consortium, Surendra Babu sir, the President sir, and all the speakers being part of this consortium, where they have came up in this conclave, they have shared their insight, and especially the TPO Consortium of AP, who have helped to build everyone as a credibility source to bring up in this session. Now, with this note, whatever we can be part of, actively with your college, you are a tier 3 college, tier 2 college, tier 1 college, whatever area you think you want to help in, placements, NAC, Center of Excellence, upskilling career path for students, internship opportunities, projects, we could have a serious discussion on that, and I have shared my details. And over to everyone, if anyone have any specific question, they can ask, and after that we can conclude.
Perfect. Thanks, Mayank. Thanks for walking everyone through, the opportunities which are there in the space, how companies like Capabl help. So everyone, please feel free to ask up anything you think of. What should college do? Because I would definitely say Mayank is one of the best person in this space to talk about this, given his exposure, experience, and everything. So please feel free, ask anything you would have to ask about how the ecosystem could be improved in college, or is any question similar to that is there.
I think they have a one-to-one conversation rather than speaking on the group. I think we will share the details in the WhatsApp group. If any have specific queries, please make a visit to Bangalore or over a phone call. Please contact Mayank, whatever queries you have, and definitely we will take it things forward.
Perfect,
Sure.
perfect.
So,
And one thing which I would like to add here, Surendra Babu sir, I think the way you have visioned this whole program, I am very blessed to have such association with the APTPO Consortium, and it would not be possible for us to gather everyone here for this initiative without your support and your activeness. Second thing which I would like to highlight is that every college have their own challenges. So yeah, we can have a general discussion if anyone have any general doubt, but after this we could have a one-on-one discussion with all the colleges to see what value we can add. I know I would not like to just deploy any fund, any scholarship to a college where we don't have a vision for it. First thing is we understand the problem. Second thing is we try to look a vision solution that what we are going to do with that. And third, what outcome we are expecting with our support. If these 3 things we can do, then it would be a great thing to come out with a conclusion. And we could also see what resources, either money or resources or support we have provided, it have an actual outcome. And this resume format, I'm going to share with everyone of you. Give us a day time. We might be sharing it by Monday, because you will be actively sending it to all the college students on Monday. We'll be sharing that to you on Monday. I would highly advise this. I'll take 2 more minutes. You try to send this to second year, just entered into second year, don't send. Who entered into their 5th semester and 7th semester, send this to them. Ask them to fill what all they have done in these 4 areas. Next, the second question would be, what are the activities they are looking forward to be part of to build their career? I'm going to share a very proper format of it. Let them sit properly and fill it. You will analyze where your students stand. It will be an eye-opening thing for you. We will not be requiring that data because you will have the access. We will be just sending you an Excel format. You see how you want to deploy it for your students, but you will get a real insight where your students are standing in terms of these 4 areas: technical skills, projects, internships, events, and competitions. If you have this clarity, then you can create a roadmap for them. Either you want aptitude training, skill-based training, or just we see usually colleges are doing in their 7th semester or 6th semester. So we got a company who is providing them campus recruitment training they are building up their soft skill and all that. It is not required in 6th semester. It is required in 3rd semester. If I don't know English, or if I'm an introvert, if I can't speak properly, I would not require that in my 6th semester. I want that in my 3rd semester itself. So that by 6th semester, I could be very much trained and confident enough to sit in the interview. And secondly, do I have those technical skill set what companies are looking for? A very good question to be asked. Yeah. With this note, I think over to everyone. If anyone have any doubt, they can talk, they can ask. And we would like to have your feedback here in the comment section. Rakesh sir is saying that very well organized. Kudos to every TPO consortium. Thank you. Dr. Surendra Babu said thank you for that. Anyone have anything to share, any feedback to share? It is very open. You can talk here in the comment section as well, or you can unmute.
Thank you, Mayank, and it was a great pleasure because a lot of insights starting from Tech Mahindra showing the business demands. Whatever we know is only the software engineer trainee, but he has shown more than 35 articles where the student has to be skill up and they have a specific requirements. I think this is the area where the student has to be, because of the rocket science and all those things, the basic fundamentals should be strong so that each and every student will clear the interview process. And secondly, madam is open-hearted and has given offer to all the placement officers sharing the email ID, and then please approach. It is not the opportunity. We will provide the opportunity. End of the day, you prepare the student to the latest technologies. That is what Madam Arya has emphasis on. Shubham Lal clearly make a difference between the product-based companies hiring and this hiring. And end of the last but not the least, a wonderful presentation on the insights of the industry. And the visionary of the college is matters a lot. That's what definitely Mayank. And hope we'll do a lot of mutual activities in the near future. And thank you for the opportunity, sparing all your valuable times with this for a 2-hour session. I think this is a session where every this thing, if you can share the Google form so that we can record their this thing, Maya Umang, so that it comes to an end. Thank you one and all from APTP Consortium for attending the event. Over to you, Umang.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sure. So first of all, as I think very well concluded from Mr. N. Surendra Babu, really well summarized. I think it saved my time to summarize again. Thanks a lot for this. Yeah, regarding there is an automatic attendance thing which is there. So should I share a Google form, because we have already got the attendance? We could share with we get an idea. Or do you want me to share a form for this?
Yeah, you share a form with me. I'll post it in the group. Let the things done by this.
Perfect. We'll share the form on this and
that format also, that resume format.
Definitely. So thank you all. Thanks for the time. Have a great weekend.